Greetings, everybody, and welcome to Publicis Thoughts. Today, we're going to be talking about Episode 5, Services Tools from the Developer's Insight and Perspective. So here we go without a delay. And I'm also going to try a little bit different here and stuff. I'm going to let them talk, and then I'm going to kind of stop and give my opinion and all that.
And today we're going to talk about city services. Okay, I get.
Oh, look at this shot of this helicopter dropping water on a building. I mean, that's just a great shot, isn't it?
Yes, I can just go blah 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 something. Yeah, blah blah blah. In general, the city services are overhauled for City Skylines 2. This time you don't need to place so many separate city service buildings to cover your city because of the better pathfinding as well as the new city service upgrade.
I like this and stuff. This is power generation where you can actually upgrade. That is really cool.
It's all city services in the game include upgrades. These are operational.
I really like that a lot because that was really, really lacking in the first game.
Extensions and sub-buildings. You can answer the different needs of the city by placing a new wing to your...
Oh, that's cool. I thought I saw that in one of the other videos, but I wasn't entirely sure. But that is really cool that you could add on a wing. Now, I wonder if you could do multiple wings to provide more services and broaden it instead of upgrading it. But that's not really an upgrade. That's adding on to it. Or what do you think?
Medical clinic, that it'll add more patient places there, or a new ambulance.
Oh, there you go. I didn't even realize that. Maybe we should shut up and let the video talk, huh?
Garage and so on. We have...
This is a very, very cool tool right here.
I've updated the district tool for City Skylines 2. In City Skylines 1, the districts were painted using a paintbrush. In City Skylines 2, we have a much more accurate polygonal tool that you can use to shape and create districts. The brush tool was a bit inaccurate. We heard from players that some people had some gray hairs trying to create the perfect district shapes. So this time we're going to give them the tools to create exactly what type of districts they want.
I think that's a very good point that he was making in regards to the brush tool was a really bad, inaccurate way of creating districts and stuff. This new polygon, being able to actually change it over time and broaden it and really make it your own. I think is really, really cool and stuff. There was a lot of mod tools that were like polygons like that, where you could do different things like that, but not like this. I think this is a very, very good tool. It'll work out really well.
My favorite district policies is the gated community policy, where you can dictate that who actually is allowed to move through a district. And if you want to keep the district like calm from the heavy traffic, then you can use that policy to control the area.
We had this in City Skylines 1. I guess maybe they're making more and all that because he says this is his favorite tool. All that I didn't use it very much and stuff because as you add on services, there's more cost to it as well too. So if you're not generating enough revenue, you can't afford a lot of these little extra perks.
Keeping the riffraff away. That's basically what it is. In City Skylines 1, the land value was more directly affected by the city services and especially the parks. In City Skylines 2, the land value is affected by the citizens and companies' willingness to move to an area and pay rent there. You can indirectly control the land value by placing services that those specific agents need at that moment, and that will in turn make them more willing to live in an area and pay higher rent, and that will then affect the land value itself.
I really like this idea that as companies move into the area, provide services, retail, just shopping, grocery, whatever the citizens of that community want and need, land value be determined by that fact. We have that in City Skylines 1, but it wasn't very well defined.
The road maintenance has a bigger role in City Skylines too. This time, the road condition doesn't only affect the speed of the traffic, but it also affects the likelihood of traffic accidents happening. So it's
I like this. Look at this. So there was an accident and there was a vehicle or something that ran into that other vehicle.
important
And
to
look at
have
boom.
a adequate road maintenance fleet so that they can keep the roads in condition. The road maintenance vehicles have two different models, one for the summer and then it switches to a snowplow during the winter. Citizens
I like that. That's a good feature to have too as well. This was kind of like a add-on to City Skylines by the developer later on. I would say probably in the last maybe year or maybe more. I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember, but it was a very, very useful tool and stuff. I think that it'll do really, really well in the game. It gives a lot of realism and stuff. You didn't have this accident situation and all that. So, and then like road fixing and stuff like that that would get destroyed from the winter or so on and so forth. So I think this is probably more immersive for City Skylines too.
citizen healthcare is an important part of your city to keep it functioning. The citizen happiness is dependent on their health as well as their well-being. So it's important to build enough healthcare in your city and provide them in the places that the citizens need it. The citizen death
Look, this is a very, very. I really like, I know I'm talking about death care, especially in my last video and stuff, but I really like this because this is realistic and all that. Like where I live, it doesn't matter. There's a lot of cemeteries and they're just in the open and stuff, so that's just part of life, you know. But I really like this. It's really, really nice.
care, on the other hand, is something else.
Yeah, I really like this dev guy and stuff. He's just really fun while he's explaining different aspects of everything. So
As with many other things
I like this cemetery. You got. It looked like there was a. You can choose what kind of plots or stones. I don't know. Maybe
in City Skylines too. Also, the citizen death and death care have been improved on. We no longer have the classic death waves that we had in City Skylines 1.
this is really cool. Look at this. Look at this. This image. So this is a collapsed building, and the hearse goes to pick up dead bodies that are allegedly under there. But that's not really what happens in real life, as we know. We have recovery teams, stuff like that. Maybe that would have been a lot easier, and then bodies being picked up. But
Unless there's an actual house collapsing, the hearses
yeah, look at that. Oh man.
don't clock your streets. But if there is a disaster, then you can absolutely expect that there's going to be a lot of buzzing in the streets.
That's a lot of hearses. Anybody else think that's a lot of hearses? My God. This is a really cool picture. I really like this and stuff. The only thing is the mesh looks like it's a little stretched for the trash.
The garbage management has also been improved in City Skylines 2. We have now introduced a recycling option for the garbage, which then produces some materials that can be used in the industrial buildings in your city. We've also added a new feature to the landfill where you can actually create the area for your landfill yourself.
Isn't that cool? I love that. That is such a great tool idea and all that. It'll make things so much easier. And I wonder too how much accumulation uh, of the recyclement of that material. And from what I read and I saw in this video is that they will allow you to recycle and then redistribute that raw material out into your community for products.
Self. And if your city is small one, you need a smaller space. But if your city grows, you can then expand. As we
You know what? Look at this building. I don't know what this is. I think this is a college. But that is a very cool looking building, is it not?
many other systems, we have also improved education. The game features elementary school,
Elementary schools, high schools,
high school,
community
college,
college, college,
university, medical
university,
university, and technical university.
technical and medical university. Okay, so that's what this is. Okay, gotcha.
We've also added a new level of education, and these education levels match the different demands for workplaces in your city.
Oh, that is such a beautiful picture right there. Look at that skyscraper. Oof, that is just awesome.
Fire and rescue has been also improved. The fire department handles building fires as well as the
Hey, look at that. You notice that that's a Huey, an old aircraft that's not really used much anymore.
potential vehicle fire. They will also search and rescue
That is cool looking. Look at that view. Look at that. Look at the just pouring the water down on that.
people from collapsed buildings. The game also features postal services and internet services. The citizens want to send mail to their loved ones or maybe an angry letter to the editor, and this improves their well being. The city also can have internet service, which will also improve the quality of life for the citizens, and it will also affect positively the profit margins of the companies. Watching the households, you can see the effect of the mail service available.
I love this tower and all that. I love this internet idea and how it brings happiness and stuff like that to a lot of different people within that of the community. I just hope that there's not having to put these towers just everywhere.
And the internet service availability.
Also, too, I wonder if there's going to be some mods where people are going to put up like towers, internet towers, and stuff that look like trees or palm trees and stuff. Because here in the U.S., they try and disguise a lot of the towers that look like trees, so that wildlife and stuff like that can maybe, I don't know, do their thing, I guess.
If your city doesn't have the different emergency
Look at this. Top imports: convenience food, textiles, rocks, food, beverages, electronics, petrochemicals, software, pharmaceuticals, vegetables. Top exports: financial, telecom, coal, media, concrete, steel, machinery, livestock, and minerals. That's interesting. I really hope the economy is a lot better in this game.
services yet, the outside connections will provide your city with the various services. They send out police cars, ambulances, and so on. The only downside is that it'll cost you slightly more compared to if you had the service in your own city. The admin
Look at this tree. So you got basic road services, you got roundabouts, advanced road services. I suspect you have to unlock these at some point, which says over here ground bridges, intersects, parking areas, underground parking buildings, automated parking buildings. I also wonder too if there's going to have something to do with like EVs and all that too as well.
administration category is an entirely new.
There's another one. This one is basic police administrative services, welfare office, police headquarters, prison, city hall, central bank, central intelligence bureau. That's interesting.
New service category in City Skylines 2. It features City Hall, Central Bank, and Welfare Office. Welfare offices help citizens with low well being.
Great.
City Hall and Central Bank provide the city with various citywide bonuses.
That's a great picture of a big hospital. That is phenomenal. Really, really cool. I love these towers. I love this overview.
I can be more happy. Yeah, I can definitely be because I'm like way too serious. Next week we're going to have electricity and water, and that was that.
So, everybody, that is it on the development insights. I really like the dev. He's really fun about things and stuff. He's excited for you and the fans and those that play his game. That is how it should be. So, I'm going to wrap this up. Like I said, I want to thank you all for watching, listening, and giving me feedback. Please like, subscribe, and share the content as I drop a new video for City Skylines Insight on Saturdays and Sundays. I'm trying to get that out more often, and I'm going to have some maybe 3-minute videos on some little intricacies in regards to city services and all that. So be on the watch out for that. Take care, everybody. Peace out. Take care. Bye.